Okay, this video is on the next 2 weeks and the catch up from the last one. First of all, on the whole Asana integration, awesome job everyone on getting this into flow. Just a few wrap-ups we got to do. Devin, James, Dean just got to catch up on reading the basics and doing more. We put up a video there. Everyone just get caught up on that video. It just does some basics and explaining and the agreements on how we're going to be using Asana, some helpful tips. Jim and I finished today on what needs to be done and how often, and so we have that into the daily task lists. So any questions on that, just go ahead and hit us up. But we're about deployed, and these next 2 weeks, this project will be considered complete. On the whole job roles and procedures, let's please focus on this in the next 2 weeks. Inside of your daily task list, I noticed that Kim did a good job of actually taking that column saying, hey, what is done and what is not done. And Jim is handling the everyone list as much as possible. And please just lead yours as much as possible with Jim to get these procedures and documentation into play. Let's just envision having a lot of progress, and so for the next 2 weeks, everyone is responsible for driving the procedures that relates to their job and their role. On the shipping and receiving role, had some really good progress. We got Brendan in the role, and Devin and Jim are finalizing that whole procedure and working with Brennan on the training. So by the end of this next 2 weeks, let's look at Devin and Jim and Brennan to have a lot of progress on that particular procedure. And Brennan, let's get you really trained and really efficient in doing that so that we can really free up the time of everybody else. And in case you're gone, that we have an incredible master document to train off of. As for the website platform, we are done brainstorming across the board. We have our first meeting on Monday to talk with one of the experts to say, hey, how are we going through everything and all that matters to us and all of our requirements and needs so that we pick the correct website platform. Next thing on the POS project, Jim, you just had a little bit of headway on this, on how do we get these customers into QuickBooks. Let's get, you've been out for the week, so I understand that. Let's get some headway on this POS project. We've done an incredible job with brainstorming on everything inside the mind maps, looking at people's main pain points as well as desires, and let's just keep making headway on this POS. Jim, you're going to be leading that project still. Obviously, this is going to be a big one. NAM, we're pretty much closed out on, from what I know, and if so, Jim, we can just go ahead and close out and archive this particular project. On the product and sales training, I believe we have Scott already scheduled for him to come in and to get everyone on board with sales training. The next here, Alex, you're the project leader. Brainstorm with the team, the existing team, the long-term team that's been here, and Jim and I on what is RUP's vision of our sales training? How are we? How do we act? What's our culture with this? You had some awesome ideas in the concept of that. The next one, Alex, you've been running this guy. What can we do to move this forward? It seems like these next steps in this next 2 weeks really take a lead into the job outline. What needs to be done and how often, and pulling that into an Excel tab so that we can start to develop the procedures associated with it and then actually get someone into that role. And easily in these next 2 weeks, we should be able to hammer out most of that. And everyone is a team on the brainstorming. awesome job. You're getting the concepts. You're getting the flow going. There's going to be a lot of projects like these where, hey, we can just pick a project manager or leader within the team that's there, and you guys can just run it yourselves 90% of the time. So I really appreciate that effort. And so, hey, in this next 2 weeks, let's have the goal of everything is in an Excel tab. We know what needs to be done, how often. We have procedures that are related to it. And then we're ready to pick someone for the role, whether if it's internally or externally, so we can really go after that market. I know that we can kill it. Outside of that, good use on the communication tab. We're just starting to flow. So, hey, everyone, I'm just practicing on doing this video once every 2 weeks and the timing with the whole DRI concept and helping drive and lead our core projects and what really matters. So I appreciate you bearing with my ability and learning scale into just doing these quickly, efficiently, and what matters. So keep it rocking, guys. And as always, hey, any communication, any feedback, please keep it coming. Let's keep this stuff rolling. Thank you.